Hello and welcome into the Devils in Detail post-game show. The Arizona State Sun Devils lost to the San Diego State Aztecs 30-20 tonight. So Sam, I'll go ahead and start with you. So the Sun Devils, the offensive line, we talked about it. They needed to improve this week. And actually, it's possible that they looked even worse than they did last week. They're facing a much formidable defensive line this week. What did you see that really needs to change for this offensive line to even have a shred of success?
Yeah, I think a big reason why the offensive line is struggling is I feel a lot of times they become one-dimensional. Like Todd Grant mentioned that the blocking has to get better, that they really got to work on the fundamentals. But I think the loss of Demario Richard, he was inactive tonight, and I just feel ASU, their offense is said to have multiple backs. Like when Balaj and Richard are healthy, they're very effective. But I feel when it's just one of the two, they tend to struggle. But the O-line, I feel like the score played a huge part of it. Wilkins was forced to just sling it and to try to get the team back in the game. So that played, but Wilkins was scrambling a lot. He took a lot of hard hits, especially in the pocket when he was throwing deep. And so that they do need to work on blocking a little bit, but hopefully they'll turn it around soon.
All right, and then Jordan, Sam just mentioned it. On the offensive side of the ball, the run game for Arizona State at least had no effect whatsoever. Now, Graham mentioned it post-game that Balaj did get a little banged up, and that may have had a little impact. But what do you think needs to happen with this running game in order for it to be somewhat effective?
Well, I think they need to change it up a little bit. When you keep going Kalen Balaj, it starts to get old. That's why they go to the Sparky formation so much. They're just trying to get a change of pace. In the post-game, Todd Graham also mentioned that he wished he got Eno Benjamin, the freshman, in there a lot more. He's a change of pace guy. Just shows the defense something different, and something different might be something that works. So they might need to try and change that against Texas Tech.
All right, and then Sam, Graham was very blatant in the post-game. He basically said, I'm disappointed in myself and I'm disappointed in the coaching staff. Do you think that really the coaching staff was the reason that Arizona State lost the game, or do you think that it was more on, basically the players not being able to be effective tonight?
Yeah, like Graham pointed to it, a lot of it was just failed execution by the Sun Devils. Like I saw Phil Bennett, he spoke to reporters, and he said nothing that he saw on tape from San Diego State was different that he expected. So it was just a lack of execution. You heard that from the players, you heard that from Graham, and you heard that hopefully they get back into practice, they can work on fundamentals. That was a big problem. That was a big thing for Graham tonight. And also ASU is still looking for identity on offense, which I found really surprising because Manny Wilkins was asked the question. He basically kind of just scoffed at the question, saying like, we just need to continue to work on our problems in practice this week. So again, I think injuries have played a part. Like John Humphrey went down, so hopefully that's not a serious injury. But Frank Darby played well tonight. So there's some positives you could take. Again, like the Wilkins said at the end of his press conference that it's not the end of the world. It's only 2 games, just still 10 to go. It's still a long way to go. And ASU, they will face Texas Tech, who they have familiarity with playing last year. So hopefully ASU will know what to expect next week in Lubbock.
All right, so going to Texas Tech next week, Jordan, last year it was a matchup of the 2 worst defenses in all of FBS. Now, Arizona State, their secondary has looked better this year. Not as many missed tackles, things like that. But Texas Tech, do you expect the offense to maybe get back on track against Texas Tech?
We'll talk about a complete 180, at least for the defense. You're going from a just rush the ball offense to an air raid. But for ASU's offense, I think they're just going to have to start doing something different, rushing the ball. Obviously, they missed opportunities in the passing game. John Humphrey missed a big touchdown that probably would have got the Devils right back into the game. But they were throwing the ball as far as you can throw it. They were letting it go deep. That's the air raid that Texas Tech's going to bring. So ASU, really all they can do is just find a solution on the run game. Maybe Texas Tech won't load the box like San Diego State did today. Maybe they can go outside. The Sparky package worked pretty well last year when Kalen Balaj was running against Texas Tech. So I think they're just going to have to see what Texas Tech does on defense and combat that in the rushing game.
All right, and then following up with that air raid style that Arizona State basically had to play with tonight because there was no run game, N'Keal Harry was only targeted 8 times tonight. Why do you think that he is being not utilized in the way that everybody thought when he was recruited here in 2016?
well, he's the number one target, and they're going to put their number one corner on him. But I would have liked to see him get some more screen passes and just more opportunities to create a big play. Obviously, last year we saw against Utah, when he gets the ball in his hands, anything can happen. So more opportunities like that to let a big play develop, let a big play happen. And obviously, I don't think they need to target him more, of course. Let him go up for jump balls. The guy is 6'4", for goodness Christ. Like, just give him a chance. Give him an opportunity to make a play. You saw the touchdown right here, the back shoulder fade. He seems to be pretty good at that. It reminds a lot of ASU fans of Jalen Strong and Taylor Kelly. So to just utilize that more and just kind of give him opportunities to make plays, and they might be pleasantly surprised.
All right, well, we will have to wait and see. So until next week, I'm Hunter Robinson, that's Sam Ficarro, that is Jordan Kaye, saying so long from Sun Devil Stadium. Again, the Arizona State Sun Devils lost to the San Diego State Aztecs tonight, 30-20. Make sure that you keep up with all ASU football content on devilsindetail.com.